The fashion world recently said goodbye to Virgil Abloh, a creative director from Louis Vuitton. A memorial service for the multi-talented artist was held earlier this month, and a whole show of celebrity A-listers were in attendance. Amongst these were Kim Kardashian and Kanye West. Today, we got the lowdown on the divorcing couple's heartfelt tribute to Virgil Abloh and other ways in which the celebrity world is honoring his memory. Firstly, what exactly happened to Virgil Abloh? Has his cause of death been released yet? The sad news has been revealed by Abloh's representatives. It turns out that the prolific designer had been struggling in a private battle with cardiac angiosarcoma. That's angiosarcoma. In an extremely dangerous and rare form of cancer, the artist succumbed after 2 years at age 41. Next, what kind of relationship did Abloh have with Kim Kardashian and Kanye West? Virgil Abloh and Kanye West had been working together and friends for over 10 years. Anyone who has ever heard of Kanye knows how much he likes dabbling in different industries, and he's definitely no stranger to fashion. The rap superstar has made deals with all kinds of clothing brands, including his own lines of fashion and sneakers. He also has his very own exclusive fashion range called Donda Department. In 2009, Kanye West signed a famous deal with Louis Vuitton on a range of shoes, and as Virgil Abloh is the creative director of the huge brand, the two obviously were fated to meet. The two designers both love making statements from streetwear, and it seemed inevitable that their friendship would be a lasting one. As well as being a creative director for Louis Vuitton, Virgil Abloh also worked professionally on projects with Kanye West and his fashion line. When West decided that he wanted to make his own fashion line from scratch, he knew there was nobody else in the world. He wanted to be creative director. Not only has Abloh helped Kanye West design clothing, but he has also designed works of art for the artist's album covers. The famous covers for both Yeezus and My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy both had their art directed by Virgil Abloh. It does go without saying that he's had a huge impact on Kanye West's artistic direction for the last decade. So how has Kanye West paid tribute to the prolific designer? The news of dearly departed Virgil Abloh broke on Sunday, the 28th of November of this year. Later that day, Kanye West performed his usual Sunday service. He has an ensemble church, quiet, and the group performed a beautiful, heart-stopping rendition of Adele's single, Easy on Me. We bet there wasn't a dry eye in the house. The whole event was live streamed, and a beautiful message of recognition was displayed for Virgil Abloh on screen. How has the fashion industry honored its fallen artist? There have been a couple of events organized by leaders in the fashion industry to pay respects to Virgil Abloh, the first of which took place at Chicago's Museum of Contemporary Art. Virgil Abloh was talented enough to have an exhibit dedicated to his work back in 2019. To have one of the most prominently featured artists of recent years taken from them in such a tragic way must have been such an enormous impact on the museum's community. With no expenses spared, the interior of the museum was decorated with hundreds of flowers in pastel pink, white, and brown shades. Banners hung on the outside walls of the museum to commemorate the artist, and celebrities flocked to the museum to pay their respects. As well as Chicago's famous Museum of Contemporary Art, a fashion show was also put on in Miami, Florida. Before his untimely death, Virgil Abloh had designed a brand new line for Louis Vuitton that was due to be revealed in an upcoming show. His wife Shannon decided that his death should not get in the way of his one last great artistic piece. The show went on posthumously honoring the designer, and while the clothes displayed were things of beauty, there was an air of sadness that hung over the whole event. The collection revealed was his final spring and summer collection for 2022, and of course the event was attended by lots of influential celebrities. So, who exactly was in attendance at the star's designer memorials? No matter where you look, you would have seen celebrities everywhere. Virgil Abloh truly catered to the stars, and they all turned up to pay their last respects. At the tribute at California's Museum of Contemporary Art, Kim and Kanye West both attended, despite being in the middle of divorce proceedings. They weren't the only power couple present though, as Rihanna and her boyfriend, A$AP Rocky, also were there in attendance. They were joined by Drake, Bella Hadid, Kendall Jenner, Frank Ocean, and Tyler the Creator. These certainly are some of the biggest, most prominent names in music and fashion at the moment. At the fashion show held in Miami, in his honor, Kim Kardashian and Kanye West were present once more. This time, the couple brought along their daughter, North, who is now 8 years old. Time flies. We remember the headlines from the day she was born. In the pictures from the event, the trio looked as though they were a strong family unit. It's hard to tell from looking that the family has been torn apart by divorce, and things are definitely not as happy as they looked on the outside. But nonetheless, the two separated parents decide to come together with their daughter in a tribute to their friend. The family was seated in the exclusive front row for the entire fashion show, which is surely what Virgil Abloh would have wanted. Like the museum tribute, they weren't the only celebrities in attendance. Pharrell Williams was seated not too far away, and a whole slew of famous models were there to show off his last collection. Quavo, Kid Cudi, and Offset were all there to wear Ablow's final creations. Last but not least, both of the enormous fashion houses, Off-White and Louis Vuitton, have decided to turn every store they have into memorials for the late designer. Since he passed away, fans of Virgil Abloh have been bringing flowers and cards to leave at stores, and both companies' staff members have decided to leave them there as tributes. It didn't take long for each store to become a flower-filled memorial. It must have been hard for Kim and Kanye to appear to put a united front for the memorials. Are their divorce proceedings definitely still going ahead? There has been quite a bit of drama lately around Kim K's new boo. Not only is she separated from Kanye West, who's the father of her 4 children, but he's officially back on the dating scene. Kim appeared as a special guest on Saturday Night Live not too long ago, where she met SNL host and comedian Pete Davidson. The two have been pretty much inseparable ever since. It's a huge deal because it's the first boyfriend Kim Kardashian has had since before she started dating the rapper. The two haven't been shy about making public appearances either, as they have been spotted by the paparazzi quite a lot when they got out on, well, we'll say cute dates. They have both been posting on social media too, like any loved up new couple would. And what about Kanye West though? Is he dating now too? Actually no. Kanye is definitely not happy about his now ex-wife's new dating and social life. To be honest, Kanye seems absolutely obsessed with reconciling with his now estranged wife. He has had a bit of a public meltdown around Thanksgiving, which is a time traditionally set aside for families. We think he's clearly missing his own. He ended up deleting every single picture on his Instagram and uploading a 4-minute long video in which he read a prayer that he had himself written. The vast majority of the so-called prayer was basically him talking about how he wanted to get back together with Kim, rather than an actual prayer. The video sounds more like a rambling monologue. I made me and our family a target by not aligning with Hollywood's political stance, and that was hard for our marriage. Then I ran for president without proper preparation and no allies on either side. I embarrassed my wife in the way that I presented information about our family during the one and only, thank God, press conference. At least the rapper can admit that his absolutely dreadful presidential press conference was a huge embarrassment. During the infamous conference, he revealed the information that Kim and himself had considered aborting their first daughter, North. If this was actually true, there's absolutely no way that Kim would want this information to leak to the public. It must have been incredibly embarrassing to have listened to her husband and tell the world about it. If the enemy can separate Kimye, there's going to be millions of families that feel like the separation is okay. But when God brings Kimye together, there's going to be millions of families that are going to be influenced to see that they can overcome the work of the separation. In fact, that he really seems to believe that his relationship status can influence important marital decisions of millions of strangers really says everything you need to know about Kanye West. We really hope that if Kim Kardashian does consider getting back together with her estranged husband, that she does it for the right reasons, not because Kanye is publicly pressuring her to do so. Well, that's all for today, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. For more information and news like this, make sure you like and subscribe. Take care.